We are back, and as you can see, we are shut the hell down. But we're holding water. That's that's the only good news I got. But I think I've got other news too, because I think I know where it's coming from. It has to be the splash coming from, and it creates basically channels, and it's splashing so much that you can still see these wet spots over here. And what happens is that this water is coming down. It's hitting these rocks so hard. What's going on, man? And yeah, we shut it down again, and it's crazy, dude. It really is. It's wild. Like we're holding water, like, but when I turn it on, I get water. When I turn it off, I don't get any water. Everything's holding, like the pond held water all night. I haven't seen any leakage from the pond. The creek, however, I came in this morning and there was no water in the creek really, but there was still sand and silt. You know, all the sand and silt still in. Got it in buckets over here, and that could have just absorbed a lot of that water, but it was that much water in there. I just can't believe that much water just got absorbed by sand and silt or evaporated overnight. Like, where did the water go? And then I kept getting water in the trap hole over here. But, so I removed the sand and silt this morning, turn on the pump, let it fill up all the way to the top. It's been holding water steadily right at the top, right where it doesn't start to leak over, for like 5 hours, 4 hours now. It hasn't dropped a bit. Pond hasn't dropped a bit, but when I turn it on, the splash is so great that it was just running down. And this is over time. This is going to happen over time, like the course of 10 days or so, 11 days that we had it running. And it was just beating up on the sides, rolling down the edges of the creek wall, and running down the sidewall. The soil eventually, shrinks back from the sidewall, allowing that beeline of water just to continue to flow on both sides down. See, we had a wet spot over there and right here, but we didn't have any. I dug down in there. It's not really that wet. It's not that wet, but it pulled off from the edge there a little bit. So the only explanation is that it's splashing so much over the course of days that it's filling up the reservoir. So our solution to this is that I found some rocks, and what we're going to do is basically create a new wall, or raise the wall up. So we're going to raise this sidewall up, and then we're going to place the logs kind of crossways to where the splash will hit the log and fall back down into the creek. So that's my idea to fix this problem that we're having. We are going to use, if I can get this camera in here, there it goes. I ordered some more pond shield. And we're going to be on the safe side, and it's supposed to be here. It's actually out for delivery. I just checked it. So it should be here within the hour, or the next hour or so. But I've just been waiting for this water to sink down, and it has not. Just a little bit. I mean, just, give me a sign, but it's not giving me the sign. It's holding water like a bitch. It has to be, the splash. It's the only way that water is coming out of that pond and creek right now is when I turn it on. The splash over time creates channels, and those channels just continue with that. Once they start going, it just keeps going and starts filling up. What's going on, Galaxy? What's up, everybody? Put my glasses on so I can see. Yeah, you're right, Galaxy. I should have went ahead and did another coat, but I don't think I need. I swear, I would bet. I would bet quite a bit of money that if I left this right here, right now, for 24 hours, it would still be sitting there tomorrow morning. Or this time tomorrow, there would be that water would probably still be sitting there. I can almost guarantee it. If it wasn't, I'd be shocked. But when I turn it on, you get water. Turn it off, holds water. The only explanation is right around in there. It's the only explanation. So we're going to set some rocks. So what I can do is basically climb up in here and we can stack some rocks. And step on the monstera. Right there. So, I'm thinking something like this, or put this like right here. Sorry for my camera work, but put that like right there, and then come something like this. The rest can be concrete, boom, boom, concrete, mud all through here, mud through here. We'll get another piece right here, something like thin like this. Or maybe not. Got another piece over here. This piece here too. So, thinking then we can go with something like this. So this is going to give us a lip. Maybe I'll flip it. Yeah, that's what we did. Get it to run that way. Get the slope running kind of that way if we can. Let's play with it a little bit. This one up here. Let's see here. really need to come up a bit. Create a wall here, not splash, but this wall is too low. Splash is way too overtaking and creating the, you can kind of see where the water, it's like not the soil, I mean it's dry, but there's a gap right here and water was running down here. It's dry now, but it was from the splash, just build up on top of the rock, and it creates enough build up over, and it just creates a beeline then, and it starts to have to go somewhere, and it was beeline right down a channel, created almost like a channel. Pretty wild stuff, but not too wild. Should have seen it coming. I did see it coming. I just didn't think it would be that bad. But it was that. It has to be that, because I've tested everything else, and this is the last exit for the water. Is this splash? These are the areas that we see the wetness in the straw. So it gots to be. I was going to question my pond shielding abilities, but I don't think I had to really. I think it's holding water pretty good. But not when we turn it on. When we turn it on, fucking all hell breaks loose. I really don't like, I don't know if I like that there. Let's see. I do like that there. Oh shit, see, we have concrete. Maybe this leaves. Maybe this comes in. We can do concrete, we can do mortar all through here. So the mortar will fill all these gaps. Fill these gaps on this side. We'll just mortar, boom, 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 boom. Mortar all the way around, inside. We're just setting right now. Trying to eyeball what we might like. Don't fly. I need to come up, that's for sure. Fly, fly, fly. Fly, fly, fly. I like that. Like that there. Let's see here. I need a place. Wondering. This one over here. Oh, my knee. If I put this right here. That's going to give me a nice shield right here. Bring that on up. Have this one in there. This one was kind of side kicking some water that was flowing. I mean, it's vicious in here. More vicious than I thought. Maybe that can go right there. That's nice. Kind of caps that edge off right there. Like that. Fill this in with mortar. This in with mortar. Come in with mortar all through here. Pond shield. Mortar. Pond shield. Oh, come tumbling down. Yeah, it's like glass in here. There's no fucking way that shit's leaking. I mean, there's no way. It's like glass. Everywhere. I sealed that shit so much up here. I just poured it in. Just poured it in. Poured along down the sides and just kept working it up, working it up, working it up. I mean, there's no fucking way that that's leaking at all anywhere. Not even up underneath. I mean, I stayed here and just kept working it and made sure it stayed up there. So, kiss my ass. Damn thing is holding water. See if I can get down here without blowing a quad out. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks. We can work with that. Might need one more down here. Kind of level that off. But we got a nice, high, much higher wall there to block water. Let's go around the other side and look. We can kind of work with this right here. We can mud all that. We can mud all that. Mud. Maybe even put something like that. Maybe no. Like that there. Something like this though might cap that off. Mud, all that. I kind of don't like that though. Let's turn that around. Let's turn that around. Can mud that. Smooth all that with mud. Mud your friend. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm not reading your comments right now. I'm really. My eyes are looking at the pond, not the screen right this second. Dig that. We just came up with it. We're nice and level. with the wall. Nice and level with the wall. Nothing, little mud can't just mud up there. That's going to bring our wall, side walls way up. And that's going to help with the splash. So let me tell you, let's turn it on. I'll show you. There's no reason why we can't turn this on, right? Nope, I can't see no reason. Appreciate that, Galaxy. Yeah, it's once you get it, it's pretty nice once you get it. But you gotta dedicate a little bit. Look at that. Look at the splash still, man. Like that was coming. Imagine what was hitting on the lower rock down here. Like so. The splash effect here was insane. Set this over here, just cap this side off. Right. You can see it hitting the pond. That was a lot worse. I mean, that's a lot of splash. Good thing a lot of it's going right back in the pond, but a lot of it was not. A lot of it was building up on the side right through here and running down the other way. You can see how high it goes. Still going over that. So another thing we could do to combat that is that we could take this log, and we had this log this way. So to keep that from splashing, all we have to do really is set this right there. Like it fell across. And that will stop it. We'll take this piece here. And that will stop a lot, I do believe. We'll watch this for a few. See if we like it, see if we gotta come up a little more, but I'm liking that. That log there is stopping a lot of that water is hitting that. So that will hit that log and just fall. Eventually we'll probably get a drip, and then it'll just drip down. We'll make sure we get enough concrete right through here to bring up to where any water, instead of it sloping this way, instead of it sloping down this way, we bring that wall up with the creek, and create that kind of edge right through here. Create that edge, it slopes back when anything hits, runs back down into the creek. Try and create a slope that goes this way. That's something I definitely would do next time with the creek walls. Like I would point them at an angle like that. Especially where you're going to have a waterfall. That's a design flaw. go around, look from the front. Keep my eye on this hole down here too. It dries bone down there right now. I've had a shop vac stuck down there for a minute. We sucked out quite a bit of water. So that means there should be no leakage from there that would fill up. So if that fills up, we got a problem. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go. Kind of gives us a little cave there, but it's serving a purpose. It's stopping that splash. Seeing a little bit build up right there. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like how that looks too. Just gonna raise the wall up. Throw some logs over it like we fell across. Stop the splash. Let the water flow underneath. Logs stop the splash. Contain most all the water. And we're golden. I think. I find it hard to believe that this thing leaks at all with the amount of work I put into it the last time and let it dry for 48 hours. I mean, it was like, it was hard all the way around. I mean, everybody was happy. I find it hard to believe it leaks. And even if it did leak, it would leak. I mean, it would have to be a fucking tiny little drip that would not fill up. But what would fill up is if we had a damn 2 side waterfalls going on that we didn't know about just from the splash. You know, the splash was creating its own. We saw it, you know. I put my hand down there and it wasn't wet. Well, that's because it was all running right straight down like it's supposed to, so kudos to me. And this is how we know, you know, this is why we put this trap hole here. This is the exact reason why. We know what we got down there. There's no water. If she's dry as a bone, we can stick our hand down there and feel around, and if we don't feel any moisture, then we know that we could just go ahead and connect. We can connect the sand and silt to the edges. It'll wick that water right on up. It'll fill up our reservoir, as you can see, very quickly. Some of it will be wicked in where we have the sand just coming in over top. You can see things growing right out of it. Grass is growing right out of it. And if you connect this with a beeline of this sand and silt that we put back in the creek and let it come up over here, and it'll wick water right on over, spreading across the top layer of the soil, keeping the microbes happy, keeping all the little everything happy, grass happy, all the plants we got nice and happy. We got good soil in there from apsusoil.com. Go get you a bag. Free shipping anywhere in the United States for most items. Not on this super soil though. But that stuff's badass. Go on the ladies. Let's go over there and take a look at the ladies. Day 65. I mean, we're close. I'm getting ready to take some tops actually. I was thinking about taking some tops because they're right where I like them right now. They are tight and right too. I mean, they're nice tight buds. Some of them are starting to calyx a little bit. Here's okay calyxes. Get focus. So that one's got a couple of double-headed, almost triple-headed. And then we got some of these over here. This is the good raspberry deadhead from Luna Whitcomb. Nice dense bud. I mean, it's got a freaking... It's getting more and more sour, OG-ish, kind of almost piney. No, it's not very visible to you guys, but I know the video sucks. This is the top here. Beautiful flower. And she is just about where I like them. So I got another 5 days, a couple days on these tops. I'll just come in here and take these tops off. And then let the lowers go a little longer, crank up the light a little bit, where I'm getting a little bit stronger light down here to these lowers. And let these finish off a little bit more with the light. Put the tops over there, like that one over there, and the one's dangling over there, and this one over here. All these are right about there. And the smell, I like to take the smell. I don't really take I'll take a picture of them and zoom in and take a look, but I like mine at that cloudy. I don't really like a lot of amber. So in order to get that, we need to, say 65. So we're right there at it. This one's special. This is the Orangeline from OK Calyx. I don't like to really let them suck the leaves dry, because by that time, I got all amber by that time. And that's not what I'm looking for. I like to when they're mostly all cloudy, maybe even a little going into cloudy, but not a lot of amber. Usually when these red hairs here that you see all curl up, that's when I like to cut. That's when I get the best effect. Like the THC content is the highest when it's in that cloud. Once you start going into the amber, you're starting to change molecular structure of the terpene. Start to change. All that shit. All I know is that if you don't grow your own, you won't know. So I encourage everybody to grow your own, know where it comes from. It ain't got to be elaborate like this. Just put it in a pot with some good APSU soil, like that living soil or the super soil. I mean, it's pretty much game over. Get that off my. Come on, Stella. I like what I'm seeing there. I'm not getting hardly any splash on top of those rocks now that I put those logs up. Dry as a bone. Just gonna let it run. Dry down there. see where it was wet. It's dry now. What's going on over here? See Plinko down there. He's back to normal. He's just chilling. There's Tudor. Give him something to eat. And there's Tudor. What's up, kid? I only want some nuggets. That's all I want. Our monster monstera is being a monster. Look at that thing. He's a beaut, Clark. He's a beaut. See this one coming, trying to get to this light. Turn face forward, trying to get this one over here, trying to get to that one. And this one's trying to get to this one. One day they'll be there. I know this thing's holding water. But we're gonna put it on her. Don't you worry about that. As soon as it gets here, as soon as I get the notification, which is supposed to be in delivery right now, we won't have it. As soon as I hear the dogs barking, we're going to turn her off. I'm just going to take the shot back and suck it on out of there. Suck all that pea gravel out of there. I'm not going to do up there. I'm just going to do right to where the water sits. So I'll suck all this out, leave that up there, and then just pond shield from here on down, all the way around. I've got enough to do this 3 more times probably. So, which I already know it's solid as a rock. I don't even know why I'm putting it on there. But I bought the shit, so might as well use it. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, hit the like button. Appreciate everybody showing up, just hanging out with me. I'm just, yeah, trying to get that splash done. Just eyeballing it right now. I'm just really trying to see if that's what we want to do. And it looks good. We're going to go around the backside and see how it's hitting that log. Because it takes time. Everything in this fish takes time. I've noticed that with all of this, if you don't wait I mean, it took 10 days to 11 days for me to see the water. So it's not like we can just turn it on and think there's going to be no problems. Everything's going to change. It's constantly changing. We just got to get it to a point where it changes the right way. See that right there? That's what was happening. See that line? See that water line right there? That's what was happening. That's what's happening. It's coming, it's building up. See it right there? Building up, and it runs a beeline. And it'll continue that beeline. Like it'll build up right through here and beeline down. Right? This is curved. Look at that. Wet. I can see it dripping. I can see it coming down. See it coming down? Now imagine that over 10 days, eventually, it just becomes a stream, a constant stream. I'm still getting smacked in the face when I come down here. Look. You get it hitting the pond. But not as much. So that's how we're losing water. That's how we're losing water. This right here is the culprit, which is a pretty simple solution to this. Like I said, we build the wall, we build up the wall, we lay logs across there. All we have to do is take this log here. Actually, this ain't even really a log. It's just a piece of bark. See how thin it is? But if I broke this and laid it across there like that, that'll slow it down. Still splashing out there. But it's splashing out that, it's going down into the... It's definitely not coming up on that side. Here, over here, you definitely see the beeline coming on down. It's wet. You see how wet this rock is getting. And so over time, it just builds up. You lose a lot of water like that. I mean, I'm feeling it. Yeah, no, you can't see it, can you? You just have to turn it like that a little bit. I'll break that in half right there. So you wouldn't be able to. And then we can adjust up here. This can adjust splash as well. You can see hitting this rock is where we're getting most of the splash. Yeah, that eliminated a lot of splash. Not splashing off that rock anymore. It's coming down through there a lot more now. I think we might be able to adjust, maybe just a little bit bigger one of these, maybe a little bit, just adjusting the flow. Not getting splashed on anymore. hitting this spot right here. I wonder if I placed that. I wonder if I placed this. Curve right there. What I'm doing is it's hitting that lip, creating a huge splash off of that tip right there. So I created that tip to give me some splash. Turns out it's giving me way too much. But see what happens if we raise the bar up a little bit. Just let it roll off of this too. It's kind of hitting this rock first and then rolling into that. All we're doing is cutting the distance off to reduce the splash. That might be the ticket right there. That might be the ticket. This was the problem spot right here. I'm not getting any more water through there. We were getting some through here. It's like a fucking river right through here. Like I said, it just builds up over time. Just constant splash, boom, 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 until you get a stream. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix that. I think that did the trick. I think that did the trick. It's hitting a lot off of this piece of wood now. Gotta kind of stand back and watch it. Yeah, you gotta be on the right level to see it. See the splash every once in a while. You're nowhere near, it's that most of it's hitting that log. Nowhere near what it was. We could just adjust this. It'll ricochet that down the other way. Yeah. I like that. Look at that difference in the splash now. The difference the rock makes. When you just turn it and it changes everything. figuring. So if you're wondering, the hose sits up above and the backflow goes under the hose and comes out underneath right there. So everything that goes past and back towards the hose goes under the hose and comes out right there. Into this pool, which then swirls on down into where our issue was the splash. We were splashing way too much and losing a lot of water, which was ending up in our E-horizon where it doesn't need to be right now. I would like to be in control of that. Let's see if we can move that down. Just covering up. Whee! Covering up that lip where all the splash is happening. Turn around that way and see what happens. Better. Oh, wait a minute. Let's turn it sideways to see what happens. Like a boomerang. Oh, okay. Totally different. Trying to create like a compost tea action going on up here, you know what I mean? So all the fish waste that's going to be being pumped up through the line here is going to start its filtration in here. So we'll put some pea and some sand back there just a little bit, start the filtration here. We'll be getting bluish and all the way down. She'll be filtering all the way down our waterfall till we hit to there. And then the biology will start really taking over from there on around, and we get clean water coming back around. The more roots we get into the creek, like the grasses and the algae and all that stuff, will be helpful in cleaning as well. But yeah, that's how the whole system works. All the excess water we can wick out just by connecting it to the sidewalls with sand and silt. When we want to fill our hole up down at the bottom, when it's dry, just connect it, let it wick, disconnect when we get enough water down there, and let the plants do their thing. Kind of like an earth box type thing. Yeah, I don't think it was leaking. We were losing so much on the splash. What was happening was we were building up on the edge of these low walls. See, I put these new rocks up here and we raised the wall up. The walls were too small or too low, and we were getting little creeks running through here, running down. And it's just a constant stream. It was running down and filling up our hole. We hope that's what it was. I mean, that's all it could have been. I mean, we've been holding water. I mean, we held water before, you know what I mean? The only time we lose water is when we turn it on. And the only place we could be losing water is right here. And right where it's dripping, it drips so much and just piles up and creates a stream running right directly to the E-horizon. appreciate it, man. We're gonna grow food. This is basil right here. I got a tomato right there. Got sweet potato over there. These are the first. I got some grass, wheatgrass growing. But this is basil here. I like to come in, just pluck a little off, eat it. Yep, basil. So yeah, let's think of it like a compost tea. Actually, we're trying to create circulation. We're trying to create vortexes and water, and I mean it's just a whole another. If you want to go quantum on it, if you want to get deep. I don't know if I like it like that or like this. I think I like it like that. Let me get a little less splash that way. The Grandmasters, well, they're rated at 1,700 a piece, but we're only pushing at like 150 a piece. Those over there are, I got them turned up a little bit more. They're probably pushing like 250 a piece. So total, I'm probably pushing 1,000 watts between everything in here right now. It's not, I mean, the LEDs do their fucking money when it comes to efficiency. You can't beat the efficiency on those things. Because I don't have to turn them, I can turn them up, down, left, right, whatever I want with those things. That's what's cool about them. That's why I went with Grandmasters, because, well, the service was excellent, and Thomas is cool, and he knows his shit, and the construction on them are insane. The drivers on them are insane. They come with I think a 5-year warranty. But you can adjust spectrum. You don't have to run all the power at one time. You can just run cool blue, cool white, warm white, red, deep red. So far red and deep red are for like, your morning and afternoon type things. If you want to go into like the HPS type, you can actually, it has the HPS spectrum. The book comes with multiple different settings you can just set your tune to and mimic the HPS. And it also has a sunrise, sunset feature. It has, it'll come on 15 minutes prior. Pretty nice lights. Discount code yellow skunk. If you need some, might as well save 10%. We would appreciate it too. I'm just playing with these rocks right now. I'm trying to adjust the splash. And I like what I'm seeing right now. Oh, you can see that big ass splash there? Every once in a while I'm getting a poof. Got some rocks back here too. I wonder if I put one right here, a couple of them right here. Slow that down a little bit. Ooh, I like it. Look at that spiral action we got going in there now with that. Every once in a while we get a splash, but I mean, nowhere near what we were. Nowhere near what we were. Kind of digging it. Kind of digging it. I like those logs sitting there. Let's go walk around the front and see what that looks like. I'm not getting nowhere near the splash in the pond. I'm getting a little bit every once in a while, like way out here. I don't know if that's probably from this though. I'm not getting hardly anything over here anymore. Maybe once in a while a little bit. Every once in a while. Still dry. Still dry. So we're completely dry on this side. I like that a lot. That's going to work out nicely. Everything else is kind of just splashing off that way back into the pond. Hand test here. Yeah, pretty dry. Pretty dry. Can't tell because of the pond shield. Makes it look wet. You can see the difference. Pond shield, no pond shield. Pond shield, no pond shield. We're gonna let it sit like that. We're gonna let it run before I do anything, until the pond shield shows up, at least. It should be here. It said 2 to 6. But lights out at 7, so. But I swear I don't need it. But I bought it, so we're gonna use it. And there's no reason not to, because I'm in no hurry. The plants are. We're waiting, we're going to do a chop on these, so we're just waiting on these to finish. This one's going to be another probably 2 weeks. This one's got a ways to go, but there's a couple over here that we're going to take the tops out of and put in the canitrol. Especially this one. This one's just about done all the way where I like it. Got spider webs on it, but she is just about where I like it. Oh, and she's got a funky orange going, orangeline. Orangeline. I took the brunt of the crash. I really did. But turkey is all hell. Didn't get much out of her, but the one over there we got definitely gonna take the tops out of that one here shortly. Stay 65 right now. This one over here is yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, man, it's, well, we got all different, so I got the bush. That's gonna, that stays, all the flower comes out, every 4 months or so. So we just cut and plant right beside, right beside where we leave the roots. The roots get devoured within, days. Just cut all this out, leave the empress tree, the trees stay. So these are our living roots. So living roots are going to bring different types of roots. We've got all different types of, the algae, and then the creek grasses. We got moss in here. It's starting to take off, actually. See new moss growing. So this is how the plants get water, is from the creek. So it wicks water up over the creek wall into the soil. You can see the moisture and all the worm castings around the plant. But this is, how it works. All the life down here is just working organic matter. We chop and drop everything. It's got a constant water source with all kinds of goody turtle shit in it and fish shit, beneficial bacteria and all this other stuff. We leave the cannabis stalk. This is the old stalk. It feels like balsa wood, like it just gets broken down like this here. It's just food, fungi. So all that gets to go into the soil. All the chop and drop leaves go in here. And this is called feeding the soil. That's all we're doing. And soil likes organic matter. So all that sand and silt we put in the creek, we just bring it up on top of the creek wall and let the worms and the earwigs take over. They'll run through it, attaching themselves to the rock and shit. But yeah, that's what they do, breaking down minerals, feeding the soil. So where we disconnect, so you can see where we're disconnected, we're wicking too much water, and if we wick too much water, here's where we're connected. So we're connected through here, where the tree can wick up a lot of water, cannabis can wick up a lot of water, but we're disconnected all through here, where we really don't need a whole lot, because just that little bit will wick down into the soil. Soil will spread it out. What's extra will end up in our trap hole over here, just like in the other one. You see we're dry down there, but we got moisture. You see moisture, but we're not full. And the way we know this works is because when I cut all these plants out, we'll get a rush of water down here, because these plants are wicking up a lot of that extra water. When we cut these plants, we disconnect the root system. The rhizosphere is now disconnected, can't wick any more water. The decomposition starts when we cut. That's when the bacteria and everything are like, uh-oh, nothing's left. Time to consume the root zone. All that gets released back into the roots, and we plant right beside that one. The new roots tap into the old and everything else around it. It's a happy harmony. But we never lose our go-go juice by removing water, you know what I mean? So we're constantly pulling water. And when we plant all that excess water in a hole, we get wicked up. We don't have to do anything. All we have to do is steward the creek. So the creek is basically the lifeblood of our soil pockets. We crash this, all of this suffers, everything suffers, because all of this is connected as a lifeline to the creek. And this happens fast. Like, I can chop this right here, plant a new one right here. Those roots will be connected. They'll just go boop, 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 connect right to that creek wall and start growing crazy. They'll just grow down wherever they're going down through there, but they got all this space down through here to run wild. We don't have much width, it's just depth. So it can grow this way, all around the creek wall, all around the creek wall. You can see where we're disconnected over there. But we're connected over here. We put some new fresh stuff in, so we're just pulling a little bit over the wall right into that pocket there. Everything else is disconnected. If we were to put more sand and silt around the creek wall, around here, we would get water down in our, this is how I dial it in. It's called dialing in the bed. So I'm learning this myself. This is only like, this is all new to me. So I just built this thing, and I knew there was going to be some trial and error, a lot of trial and error. And it's all about really dialing in your water. So if you can get the water dialed in to where it's wicking just enough to keep the soil wet, but not enough to fill up your trap hole down there, you're going good. And then you're also going real good when you cut your plants. You get the drop of water. And then when you replant and the plants get big enough, they'll wick all that water up. The hole will dry up, and we know we're on a good cycle. We're dialed in. So over here, that's the problem right now. I don't have anything in there wicking up any water, but I'm not connected either. Like, I wasn't connected anywhere. So the only way that water could be getting into our trap hole is if we have a leak, or we're splashing out a ton. It's running down the side, and over the course of days, it's filling up. That's the only way. Like, until we connect, the sand and silt. That's our valve. This is our water valve. This stuff here is our water valve here. Where we connect and disconnect. Here's where we're disconnect and connect. This is wicking water. It stays moist all the time. Stays moist. Like, look, I just picked up that little bit. It just stays. And they're like worm castings. See, they're not, as long as you don't touch them, they're like little balls. You know what I mean? Tiny little balls that's stacked together. And they're great aeration. They will not turn to mud as long as things are running through them, like little isopods and earwigs and all that stuff that's running through those little cracks and crevices there, keeping the aeration flowing, keeping it aerated. The pea gravel keeps it aerated. As long as these guys in here are working, which they always are. See the worms? All the worm channels? That's when you know we're going good. Now, when we crashed the system about 30 days ago, all the algae left. All this turned to freaking mud because all the worms retreated into the soil pockets where there was air. I didn't see any more worms through here. Everything turned to shit. Our grass started to die off. You can see it. Grass started to die off. Everything, like I said, in the whole bed is connected to the creek. If that crashes, everything crashes. Even the bush. So it was quite eye-opening to see that, just from changing the light, just from putting in that deep red. We were talking about the Grand Masters. That's what happened. This is cyno. Here, I'll show you. It's easier for me to show you. Like, this is, if you don't know, this is photosynthetic bacteria. So this is Microbes Plus from Brandon Russ. This is just lactic acid bacteria, photosynthetic bacteria, and fermented yeast. Great for cleaning ponds, labs, and then we've got the purple non-sulfur bacteria from I Grow Soil, from Mo over there. That's our show every tomorrow at 6, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Soil Discoveries with me and Mo on this channel. But that's how I learned that, that red light. So that what I was showing you was photosynthetic bacteria. That photo means that they eat light. So by me changing the light, all right, to that deep red, I was basically laser beaming my fucking bacteria. I was killing them. All the algae, which is cleaning my creek. We don't have any filtration except for some Kimmy Pure bags with biochar in them. But every once in a while, we'll put this in. This is just a nitrate pad, really, just a big surface area that catches poo. We set it right over there, put a rock on it. Right now it's being cleaned. When it gets filthy, I just set it in the soil and the worms will run through it, clean it for us, and we'll put it back. Most of the time we'll take the water hose and just clean it, put it back. But we'll let the worms and the critters get their fair share of it right there. They'll go in, turn all that stuff into worm castings and poo it all out in the soil, which is where we want. We want it in the soil. So it's all about that diversity. And this is about as close as you're going to get to diversity as in nature is if you can pull water consistently out of a creek. It's got fish and turtles and all that biology in it. You're gonna get a diverse amount of different microbes with the bushes containing different rhizosphere that stay consistent here all the time. We've got the jasmine growing around the whole bed. We've got roots from the Joshua tree. These are empress trees. They got these huge elephant ear leaves. They're great for photosynthesizing, pushing sugars down into our rhizosphere consistently. So they're even growing down here, out the bottom of the bed. Okay. So they even put roots down in the E horizon, wicking up water. So we got the grasses, all the creek grass, all these roots connect, wick constantly. As long as the water's flowing, that's all we got to do is manage the algae, run our hand through. I'll put that pad in down here, put the rock on it, and run my hand through the creek, letting all that poo catch it, and put it in the soil. So I'm just catching as much of this stuff as I can, what doesn't get wicked up. And then you'd be shocked at how many worms you'll see right in the creek. Like, they love being in the water. Just not too much water. So this creek grass did die all off, but now it's coming back. And this thing will put roots right in the creek. It'll root right in there, so I can feel them. It's rooted in there right now. So all these roots that are coming around through here are wicking all that water up, but they're also cleaning the water. And turning that water back into the good stuff for fish and turtles. And the pond, like for not having any filtration, which really, like I said, the creek is the filtration. So actually we have, you got to think of it as not having filtration, but then again, we have more filtration than most any, aquarium that you're going to find, because I have surface area. And it's all about building surface area in your filtration box. If you're running like an aquarium, you want surface area. And the rock and the pea and sand, all this stuff gives us immense amounts of surface area in the creek, all of this around, all the way around. By the time all that water runs through all that surface area, it's cleaned through the sand and the silt, dumps it back into the pond. We're dumping fresh, clean water out of the dehue right into the back of the creek. And it's on like Donkey Kong. Then it's just about maintaining control of growth. Look at the damn lucky bamboo back there. It's a fucking corn. It's going to the ceiling. Well, we got the dog fennel over there as well. So that's dog fennel. See how green that came back. Let's chop and drop that. That's great pest deterrent. We got the monstera. This side is not connected to any of this. This is the terrestrial side. So then this will be our food side, or whatever side. We can grow ladies over here too. We can grow food over here. Ladies over here. We can grow ladies over here. Food over here. Don't mind. We can mix and match. Put a lady right over there beside a tomato plant if you want to. You know what I mean? So this is all brand new APSU living soil and super soil mix. I basically did a super soil on the bottom, and then I did because it wicks a lot of water, and then I did the living soil on top. So yeah, that's what we're gonna just start planting shit. We're gonna get crazy. I don't have cucumbers in here. I want squash. I want some okra. We got sweet potato in here. We're gonna get some carrots growing in the middle. I've got some. We're gonna have our herb garden over there and up there. So we already got basil over there, but our herbs gonna be over here and over there. And we might do, set the bean pole up over here. That's our low spot, and we can run the beans. Probably run the beans just along the edge of the rock wall, actually. Just run them up, run them around the edges of everything. We can do the same with the squash and the cucumber. But, yeah, man, I plan on having a whole fucking food forest in here. Could get a little crazy. In fact, I know it's going to get crazy. But that's what I signed up for. That's what I signed up for, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the long haul. You don't think I put all this work in just to say, fuck it, do you? No. Be here for a minute. I hope, anyway. We hope we're here for a minute anyway. Who knows how much time we got, huh? That's why we do this kind of stuff now. Don't know how much time I got. Anybody's got that much. Might as well do what's on your brain right now. I'm 40 now. I'll be 50 this year. 6 months. I'll be 50 years old. That means I'm on the way down. You know what I mean? We're over Wednesday and going into Friday. If I get another good 30 years, I'll be happy. And we all know I've been out of high school for 30 years. That went by so fast. Shit. I don't even know. Crazy how fast. Granddad and Dad always said, shit goes by quick, boy. Do what you gotta do. Handle your business. Shit goes by quick. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows. Y'all ever seen Spaceballs? That was what was on my mind. I'm a moth. Half man, half dog. A moth. We have to use something like this on top. Let it change. Although the one up there right now is pretty good. This one's a little bigger than what's up there now. I'm not getting hardly any splash now, guys. Look at that. We have literally cut the line off. It's definitely gonna creep this up. That's guaranteed. We're gonna creep this up. We're gonna make this permanent right through here. And yeah. The force is strong, my friend. Just seeing. I don't know if I like that one or not. I don't like that one as much as I like the other one. I like that one more. And that's what matters. Oh yeah. Yeah, falling apart ain't yeah, you ain't kidding. Like, if my family, like, on my dad's side, like, I definitely have more of my dad's genes than my mother's. Definitely look more like my father and take after his health. And, yeah, like, I think his dad was gone at 74-ish. My dad now is 71, 72. He's 72. And God help him, you know? He's moving. Got a hard life. I'm trying not to do that hard route, I'll tell you that. Everything possible, not to do the hard one. I think we're money, guys. I think we have conquered the splash. It's always away, right? Just had to bring that one up. Use that one there, and then slow it down right here. Curve that flow over. See how it hits off that back side of that rock now? No splash. Every once in a while it gives us a little whoosh. That ain't nothing. We're not getting any water on our rocks now, hardly any. It's drying up. Oh yeah, exercise is definitely, yeah, I like walking. I found walking really helps me a lot. I've always had intestinal issues, so my stomach's always been fucked up. I gotta watch what I eat. That's why I had to quit drinking. I have to watch really what I eat. Irritable bowel syndrome. But I found walking, man. When I walk, just everything seems to do better. Just a simple walk. And add some hills in there. You know what I mean? Fuck running, right? I mean, God help you if you like to run. Good on you. I ain't running unless I got to. But a good walk, I'll tell you, that's like a good hike in the woods. No, I ain't running through the woods unless I got to. But don't think I can. Shit. My ass be gone. Actually, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be running for shit. But if I'm hiking, I got a 357 on me or a 44. I'm usually not running from shit. Dad always had damn 357 on him. That was his favorite gun. 357 Magnum, 6-banger. Shit. That's all I need. I bet. Look at that V. You see a butte? A lot. We got some steps in here today in the last few. Got some steps going on. I don't count them though. We like that V though. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna throw some creek. Don't look bad either. Like it's not gaudy like I thought it would be. It just looks natural, really. I like the log crossing there. You still see the waterfall. It comes coming under the wood there. We got good vision. We don't have hardly any splash. It's pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think I just heard a car door shut. Let's see it. Anyway, I think we're gonna head on out of here, guys. I appreciate everybody who showed up, hung out. I think we solved our problem. You know, we're gonna go ahead and use up the pond shield, so we're gonna shut her down. And I'm not gonna do anything to the pond. I'm just gonna do the creek like I said I was. We've already got it pulled out, so we might as well. All we gotta do is turn the pump off and take the old shot back right there and suck out that water. Throw some shield on it. Grab the heat lamp, put the heat lamp on it, put a fan on it. We're in no hurry. The soil is just fine. Plants are just fine. Tomato, we just got a little thing propped up with our stick here. Smells like a tomato. And when we flip lights and go to 16 hours on, should probably take off like a rocket. So, that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody who's stuck it out this long. And yeah, we're gonna throw some concrete. We're gonna get that done. Go ahead and it ain't gonna take me about 30 minutes to mix up some mud, get that done, throw it on there. Once the pond shield we gotta let that dry. So the pond shield up there will be tomorrow evening. But yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow. Hopefully with this will be still dry. We'll let it give it a good 24, 48 hours. Which I already know it's not leaking, so but we're gonna do it anyway. I spent the $50, damn it. So that being said, everybody have a great day and peace.